Royalties of peace in the storm, back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. How are you all doing today? Yes, today is July 12th of 2023. July 12th of 2023. That reminds me of my birthday, February 12th of 2023. Wow, how days go by so fast. It's already more than half of the year. We are at the second half of the year. Wow, I hope we are all accomplishing the year of expected and also looking forward into the next year already, drawing plans for the next year already, right? Must I plead we consider integrity? Integrity. Yes. Talking about my birthday, I know there are others who are having their birthday today, who have their birthday today. Every day is someone's birthday. Did I get to comprehend this week following the Independence Day, the United States of America's Independence Day, the birthday of the United States of America? Did I get to understand the importance of integrity? Looking at the human and development stages of Erickson's human and development stages of life, of human life, starting with the 0 to 3 months to the last stages of life. I did get to understand that integrity starts from the very first of our existence of being a human. I know it's expressed differently, starting with isolation and all that going in doubt, shame and doubt and all that. But all, if we could understand that it is integrity and not despair that we seek from the very start of life, we will understand that integrity is long life. Integrity is long life, though it's expressed differently of different stages. It's all about integrity. If you understand that integrity is what you're expecting at the end, the initial step starts from the first day of being called a child, a baby, a newborn, 0 to 3 months. We start installing in the child integrity and not despair. What am I trying to say? We have this notion of don't worry, it's only a child. When they grow up, they will get it. That is very, 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 very disturbing because some children, when they grow up, they just maintain the complicated side and it's hard to fix it. Some grow out of it, some don't. So it's always obvious to start at early of age. And no child comes with a manual that you may think that I know when the child is gonna kick in right or become better than what they're expressing. But now how you approach them early in age will help you not to be too pressured on them when they're teenage. Because when they reach teenage and they're still expressing those complicated, you begin to find yourself being pressured with them. Instead of enjoying your child, you find yourself putting pressure on them because you want them to be able to achieve this before they leave you. Because you understand at the age of 21, they want to become independent. They are now young adults. They want to grow on their own. And every circumstance or consequences that comes with their growing up, you begin to feel part of the complication. So, what do? We need to realize that integrity is the first step of life. It starts from when you're 0 to 3, initial step, onto our completion of life. You don't achieve that at the end of life. Long life is integrity. Despair is like pausing on your breath, and that could be short of breath. You cannot keep fluctuating your integrity. Must you look for the best of long lived integrity, starting from 0 to 3. Now you could say it's so hard. I've done all with my child, right from day one, but the child is not responding. What am I missing? What you're missing to understand is the world is complicated. The world itself is a baby. Having a baby in a baby is like having a storm in a storm. Like we say, two wrongs never make it right. Two wrongs never make it right. But what do? You do not eliminate the child. We all have found, or we all have struggled with this. I'm not saying that everyone has killed a child, but we all have struggled with this by sight, by hearing on the news, or even of action by self. We all are guilty. We all are guilty of eliminating babies. Some more guilty than others, do not get me wrong. Some more guilty than others. And now the most guilty ones is the missing of information that the world itself is a baby that we need to nurture. When you realize the world is the baby that we need to nurture, you will not even want to bring in another baby. It's like bringing a baby in a hospital, in an emergency room when you're a doctor. Who is attending to the baby when you're attending to the patient? Having two patients will be the next scenario. Yes. All about peace in the storm, back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. So what is this message for? Is it to downgrade you? Is it to bring you into a negative mode? It's to encourage us adults to teach the children well. Like Mama Whitney Houston says, teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride. And that will make you proud. And that's how you regain all you've lost of pride, by teaching the young well. The young is not only a baby. Anyone, even your age mates. There are things you know that are of dignity that they may not even remember. Does not mean they don't know, but the anger, the stress of the world could really jeopardize our existence. When someone is sad and you take them out for a drink, what are you drinking? What are you sipping on? Sipping of a drink. I tell you, it could be alcohol. You could say, oh my goodness, you're drinking alcohol. But when the alcohol of the mind is even greater, when what you're sipping on of the mind is even greater, how do you add on another baby to it? It's time for us to understand the healing that we need. Sometimes it feels like a pain on a pain is the solution. When we find no solution to comfort the pain that we have. When it's your head that is bumping inside, you want to prefer it to be maybe your arm, because your head is where every installment is. Your mind is the storage and is in your head. You don't want it bumping. You want to change it. You want to transfer it to your arm better. Even the arm does not need pain. The body is dignity. When the mind, the brain, the head is to care for your body, how do you take the pain from your head to give it to your arm? And then the mind heals the arm. It won't be required. But when the head is hurting, it's because all the body is hurting itself. That transferring the pain from the head to the arm is just doubling the pain on the arm. I just hope someone is hearing me. It's not about changing places of where the pain is, but understanding where the pain is coming from. The core of the problem, not its surrounding alone. Some might have succeeded in correcting the problem of the surface, but the underlining is still there. It's not about numbing the pain, but healing the pain. The pain of our world, of dividing. We keep on dividing and falling apart. We don't know each other. We begin to struggle. But of the mind, we are peace. Of the mind, we are so close. When we reach peace, we are all found in the place of peace, that room called peace of mind. We are all in that room of every being called peace of mind. That's how close we are to each other. Understanding that, you never feel apart from each other. Now, when others are laughing and going away, you know where you belong in them, in the peace of mind. That you need to remind them to know where you belong with them. And they're feeling like you're away and rejected. It's only a contradiction of self, where they are short of knowledge, where their pain is not understanding where you are among them. Disabled of flesh is not disabled of the mind. You are in the mind of the most able one in this world. It's time to cease from frustration. At least have that in your mind, even when you feel abandoned. Remember, you are still in every mind, in the place of peace. You are in the room of peace of the mind. You are in the room of peace of the mind. When you remember that, you never really get angry. You never really get upset, but you have an initial step that you can heal with to recover, to expect it. If you've watched one of the videos concerning isolation, you will get to realize the good that you are, knowing who you are in everyone's mind. You are able to be like the city on the hill, the flag on the embankment. The healthy isolation, shining light onto others, is being able to communicate with everyone, even when you're alone. Meaning you know where you are in everyone's mind. You are in the room of peace of the mind. Peace of the mind. Yes. It is very important to know the human development stages of life. That even if you don't get to understand it, integrity is the first and the last. Being divided into pieces is for us that are short of knowledge to understand. With your fullness of knowledge, you're able to help everyone raise a child with integrity and not despair. When you understand that, you're able to understand how to walk around a child. Despair should not be found. And remind the child you are the peace of mind in my mind. No matter the tears, I still see you the peace of mind in my mind. And you are the peace of mind in your mind, even when you're crying. Even when you're feeling short of self, you are the peace of mind in your mind. The initial step is the end, is the destination. Must you understand anger is like alcohol. It will make you do some complicated things that when you get to awareness, you begin to regret and enabling the complicated grief. Adding on the anger, you only become chronic and complicated. And it begins to be like a picker to you. Like something that you have to keep feeding on. Anger begins to be like food, unable to find happiness. The more you keep it, the more it grows. Until you reach a place of awareness of diagnosis. Because there's no way you can be angry forever when you're at peace of mind. You reach the place of awareness of diagnosis to seek wellness, hoping you would have reached it earliest possible. Some are ignorant. are symptomatic. The point that when they reach the awareness of their diagnosis, they feel so devastated and frustrated and really need really great therapists. Or they go to their worst of a complicated grave that does not even exist. Those they call deceased are not deceased. But regret of living earliest when they could take time to heal in the flesh. When you go to find peace of mind, devastated, you cannot fit in until you are of expected. Looking like divided is only for us to get to the comprehension that a diagnosis is not us, but rather the peace of mind. Of how far we are from each other now can testify peace of mind is the only room. All these other rooms we make of nations, family, dynasty are limited. No one fits in it. No one fits in it. Not even the maker fits in it. Of the followers are always contradicted and never of expected. We all feed in the room of perfect peace in the mind. We are the mind. Peace of the mind is who we are. Peace of the mind is who we are. Must be able to heal, starting with the initial step of knowing who we are in everyone's mind, and must be able to reflect what's expected when we stand before each other, even when they're presenting us a stormy side of them. Must be able to reflect what's expected that we are of the mind. Do not knock a complicated door when you are the expected. Be the mirror that you see in the mind and not what they present to you of the physical because of the divisions. Let us understand our reality that we are peace of the mind by knowing the room we belong to, the room of peace of the mind, in the mind of every of the divisions that we are. Let the physical not deceive us. Of some are symptomatic walking out there looking like peace of the mind. Was able to talk with each other. That's why we need therapeutic communication. A smile is not enough. Sometimes when you get to communicate with someone and tell you, enough, do not make me upset right now. I was having a good time. My, did I just diagnose you as symptomatic? Did I just diagnose you? Peace of the mind, we are. I get diagnosed. You think I don't get angry sometimes? I get ashamed when I get angry. That's the new me. I realize I get ashamed when I get angry. I feel defeated when I get angry. I have to remind myself that I'm peace of the mind. And that has helped me so much. Anger is only a disturbance of the self, disturbance of the self-will. It should not become complicated. We all get disturbed of the mind. Even when you're questioning yourself, it's anger. Something anger is when you go, "Rrr." That is a complicated way of expressing anger. Anger is holy, but it's temporary. Only self-questioning exists because we are divided. When we become one of perfect peace, there will be no anger. We are having anger right now because we are all divided, trying to understand what it's like to be out of the room of peace of the mind. It's contradicting that we're trying to reverse of the exhaustion we feel being alone. Even together, some are claiming to be together, but they're all apart. Have I said even the builder of the empire finds himself apart and not even self of expected? Peace of the mind. Also keep on encouraging each other to pull our pieces together until we reach the one and only room, peace of the mind. We are peace of the mind. I hope this beautiful expression today gives us a word to reflect upon while traveling this road of peace during the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking onto perfect peace. No one left behind. Must the asymptomatic and symptomatic be able to hold on to the prevention and cure called perfect peace? Amazingly, the cure and the prevention is the same, and we have no struggle of who should go to which room or who should go to what room. We are of the one room, peace of the mind. Yes, we are peace of the mind. He stills the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace, the destination perfect. Have a blessed day, and hope with this water day flourishes us of the mind, washed up from the complicated side to the uncomplicated, advancing throughout the week with a better self of who we are, peace of the mind. Even in the storm, we are peace of the mind. Even with a little disruption, do not give up on yourself. Recover to who you are, peace of the mind. You can never be defeated because you never fall forever. Even the one who feels like falling forever comes back alive, peace of the mind. It's amazing how no one can ever die. It's amazing how no one can beat a storm. Even when falling short of peace, you find yourself recovering to peace of the mind. And everyone will be so glad to be part of that, encouraging you to the wellness of perfect peace. Because it takes one who seeks to be of perfect peace to stay peace of the mind, encouraging others to peace of the mind. By peace still in the storm, is staying peace of the mind. Those falling short will look onto you like light and recover to the expected light and not stay like shadows. Peace of the mind. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next Wednesday, another water day. Peace stills the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. Peace of the mind. Thank you for watching.